Praise the Lord. I want to welcome you to this episode of our program, Testifier'S Time. It's been amazing as we keep broadcasting and publishing the good deeds of God in our time and age and the faithfulness that we see at all times on this mountain. I remain your host and presenter, Ada Ochechi, and I have with us in the studio today a guest with an amazing testimony that was shared in one of our service in the month of August, I guess. Yes. We have in the studio with me today our sister Rebecca Teye, who had a testimony of, it's actually a resurrection testimony of how God brought her back to life from the realm of the dead. You are welcome to studio.
You're welcome, sir.
I would want to apologize because of the testimony and what she went through. From time to time, she will be putting her hand on her neck. There's a covering there. There's what is called a tracheostomy tube, because if we don't do that, it may affect the audio. So you feel free while talking to just dab it so that your voice can be clear. All right. You are a member of Dunamis, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What location and what department do you belong to?
I'm in Yaya Maraba branch. Then I'm in security department.
You attend the Nyanya Harvest Center and also belongs to the security department. Now, you shared a testimony on the 8th of August. It was a healing and deliverance service then.
Yes, sir.
And then you told us about, some very out of the world experiences that you had. All right. You had a condition, a medical condition, which was goiter.
Yes, sir.
And there was need for you to go and do a surgery, possibly because there was an indication from the doctors for you to operate upon it. So you tell us what happened in the month of May 2021, because that was when the surgery was conducted.
Yes, sir. Praise the Lord. Brethren, I went for surgery on May 2021 in Nasarawa State, Lapia. So I went there for operation. They booked me on Monday, which the operation took place on Monday morning. At the end of the day, this is the operation. At the end of the day, they now carried me for theater. After the operation, they bring me back to the
recovery room.
Yes.
Okay.
So as they bring me back to the recovery room, I was distressed.
You were distressed?
Yes. They were thinking so they forget something in my neck again. They have to carry me back to the surgery room.
Because the surgery was at the neck area?
Yes.
Okay, that's all. Yes. So because of a distress, they thought maybe they forgot
something
in the side.
So they now carried me back. They checked. Behold, they did not see anything again. They sew it back.
So they had to lose the stitches initially.
Yes.
Checked, and then while there was nothing, they stitched it back
again.
Okay.
Yes. So they brought me back again. In the process, I started facing some distress again.
She started struggling with her neck, and the doctors quickly came back and rushed her back to the theater room. So a few minutes later, they brought her back again and started rolling her to the ICU. So I now asked them that what's the matter. They said that she went into distress, so they have to take her to the ICU, that she needs oxygen with immediate effect.
So when they bring me back from the surgery room, I saw myself. I was lying down on the bed. Then I saw myself standing behind of the bed, and behind me again. I'm standing there, and I'm seeing myself lying down.
You are seeing an image of you standing.
Yes.
And then you are seeing yourself lying
on the bed again. Then the doctors were many inside. My nephew there, Abigail, she was with me when I went to the hospital.
At that time, I became so furious. So they were like they removed the oxygen actually, and they just left her like that. I was like, what is going on? So they couldn't actually announce it to me directly that this is what happened.
But I'm seeing them, they were calling me, slapping me, beating me all over, calling my name. I'm hearing them, and I'm seeing them, they could not see me. Then at the end of the day, I left them from that place.
Hold on. People of God, that realm where the spirit man is separated from the body is called what? Death. So at that point, they were hitting you so hard to have you come back.
Yes.
You were watching them hitting your body.
Yes.
You saw your body lying on the bed, lifeless.
Yes.
So you asked yourself, am I a ghost?
Yes. I asked myself, am I a ghost? So from there, I now come back to my place, my residence, that is Yanya there. I change a clothes, I wear a gown. I don't know, I didn't know how I come. I didn't enter motor, so I don't know how I come. I didn't enter any bike.
In the realm of the spirit, distance is not a barrier.
So from there, I now see myself in the gate of glory doing here.
So they dragged me to the consultants there, took me to a particular room and that, Madam, there are certain things that you need to sign. I said, so I told them there shall be no loss.
As I was running, my leg doesn't match ground. It doesn't match ground. But I am running on top of air. So as I was running, the church is transparent. Everywhere is transparent. I'm seeing Daddy right from the road, right from the gate.
From the express?
Yes, from the express road. He now picked his phone. I mean his microphone. From there he raised a song in his language. I cannot sing it very well.
Which is it?
Which is, it said that Ochelino with something like that. Yes.
That means there's no one that can do this. Oh Lord, it is only you.
So,
all right. So well, see, I just need to shed a little more light on what she has said, that after that encounter where she realized that there was a separation between the spirit and the body, which of course we had established was a realm of death, she saw herself, the next thing she saw was in her house, right?
Yes, sir.
Where you lived.
Yes, sir.
And you got there and changed. Now a ghost is changing into a dress. Maybe you felt there was need for you to be in church, and then in no time again, you saw yourself headed for the glory dome. Your steps were not normal human being steps. One step is like multiple human steps.
Yes.
And then right from the express, you could see everything was transparent. In the realm of the spirit, there is no secret. Everything was transparent. You could see the church and everything that was happening right from the express. It's such a distance. It's up to, I think, 400 meters, if not more. All right. So while you came, you saw the senior pastor picked a microphone and he sang the song we just interpreted now. So what next happened?
So after that, I joined them. So as I was coming, there was a security man there.
Okay.
Before we entered the church, security man was there. The usher was there.
Okay, those people that stand side by side, those
Yes.
are the crowd control and greeters that welcome people.
So they were
church.
standing there. Then I passed them. They didn't ask me any question. Nobody, nothing.
They didn't see you.
So and I entered. So when I entered I entered the church, the praises was going on. Then I joined them right from the front. I danced very well in my own language, dance. I bent down, I danced very well. So after that, Daddy announced the praises stopped. So Daddy now pick his phone, microphone, and laugh. You know how Daddy used to laugh. So when he laughed now, after he laughed finish, he said, "Hey, they came late. They came late."
He was talking to you.
He was talking that they came late. He's talking
were
to
there
me.
still people in the church then, or?
But no, I discovered that it's only me and him that facing again.
It was now only she and the servant of the Most High God in the sanctuary at that point. If you're just joining us, this is Testifier's Time. We'll have in our studio today our Sister Rebecca Teye telling us a resurrection testimony. She was dead. I mean, she was certified dead medically, but the power of God brought her back to life. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this time out. Yeah, welcome to another edition of our program, Testifier's Time. And we have in the studio welcome back. We're still on this episode of the program Testifier's Time, and we'll have in the studio Sister Rebecca Teye telling us of a resurrection testimony. Like before we went on break, I was telling us that she was medically certified dead, and all the encounters that happened in the supernatural realm, I mean the realm beyond the physical, was what she was narrating before we went on the break. So you said you got to church and met with a servant of God. At this point, it was just you and him in the sanctuary, and he said something. What he said in the microphone?
So what he said that they came late.
They came late?
Yes, they came late.
Who came late?
I don't know, but okay, that's the word that he said.
All right.
That they came late. Now he now said, you owe the dead nothing. He used his finger like this.
You owe the dead nothing.
And I said it with force. That I owe the dead nothing. From there, that episode. So
you repeated what he said?
Yes, I repeated
Again, please, I'll need to apologize. She has to put her hand because there's a tracheostomy tube there. If that is not done, there is a sound that comes from the trachea. All right, so bear with us. We just need some clarity of audio. All right, so what happened after then?
Then after that, then Daddy now sing another song again. That I am coming back with my testimony 3 times. The first one, I look by my right hand, left hand side. I'm hearing his voice, but I couldn't see him. Then the second one time, I faced my front. I couldn't see him. The third time, and I checked and look my right hand side. I couldn't see him, so I have to join him. But because the voice is very clear, I have to join him, sing the song. That I'm coming back with my testimony. Then from there, I went back to Lafia.
So from the Glory Dome, again you saw yourself back in the hospital?
Yes.
In the hospital where?
Yes, already they have rolled me to the mortuary.
Well, at that point, you were not aware of what was happening. You only saw yourself in Lafia back? All right, so when you got to Lafia, your spirit entered into your body. And like from what they told you, because we're going to hear again an eyewitness's account of this story.
Yes, sir.
They had rolled you to the mortuary, okay? So I think that is what you knew.
Yes, sir.
The most you knew.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, there are some people from DIGC Lafia, which is not normal for them to come out for evangelism by that time of the day. So I now met them. They say they are here, they are from welfare department, so they are here to pray for sick people. I was like, by this time, I stepped out of the ICU and now saw them. So he now held my hands and we prayed together. I told them that my aunties in the ICU, they prayed with me. Just then, one of them that is in the security department called, and the moment I picked that call, he started blasting in tongues. He said, where is Becky? I want to talk to Becky. I said, she can't talk right now. I said, okay. We work together in the security department, but right now I want to start praying for her. This person prayed for no less than 15, 20 minutes, non-stop. The person was praying. Then the tongues of fire was on. By about 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., she became normal. She started breathing, her BP was normal. By that time of the night, actually, we have no less than 19 to 20 doctors, excluding the consultant. This person will come, they will go, the other people will come, they will go, they keep coming to come and see what will happen. Then at about 7 a.m., her relatives prepared to come and carry cups because I didn't tell them that she was conscious already.
When you woke up, you also told us that, in the service, there were doctors around.
Yes.
People were around.
Yes.
And eventually they said, you are alive. She is not dead.
That I'm alive.
She's alive.
Yes.
She's alive.
Yes.
But you realized you couldn't talk with her.
After they bring me back to the ICU.
Okay.
So when I wake up and I realize that there's this thing on my neck.
Okay.
I couldn't talk.
You couldn't talk again?
Yes.
Okay. You lost
So
your
they
voice.
have to bring something for me to write, a table and a pen with paper. If I can be writing or I should give sign.
So if you must communicate with anybody, you have to write.
Yes.
Or you give signs.
Yes.
Now, these are further complications from the surgery. The worst of it, of course, was the death. And after God brought her back to life, she realized that voice was off totally.
Yes.
Maybe the voice box was tampered with. Now, at what point did God restore the voice? Before we get to the other account to make up the story.
Well, after like 4 months, I could not even talk from that May till that kind August, where we have a program in Nyanya. That is a crusade. The first day, I did not even attend.
The Dunamis Church had a
Yes,
crusade
yes,
in
in
Nyanya,
Nyanya.
the FCT. Okay.
Yes, I attended it. So there was rainfall, seriously. So my nephew Abigail, she was even scared because due to the instruction to from the doctor, yes. I said I will go. Even when I'm trekking as if I will fall, she was insisting, I said I will go. And I went. So when I went, there was rain throughout the program. But I didn't come back. I stayed till the program finished. So when I come back, that is where I started talking.
From that crusade?
Yes. When I come back, that is where I started talking gradually.
Viewers at home were hearing incredible things. Were in times and seasons where God has literally crossed the road. The kinds of things we hear in this place are things we used to read in the Bible. A pterodectomy complication that led to death, and here, after her resurrection, voice was lost. I want to read from John chapter 11 from verse 20, okay, maybe 25. It reminds me of the account of the death and resurrection of Lazarus. Verse 25, Jesus himself spoke, and he said, I am the resurrection and the life. Remember that story? When he told his disciples that Lazarus, our friend, sleepeth. And the disciples said, if he sleeps, then he doeth well. There's no need to wake him up. But he had to speak plainly to them because they didn't understand from what realm he was talking. He said, Lazarus is dead. Now in verse 43 of John chapter 11, and when he had thus spoken, the Bible said, he cried out with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. Verse 44, and he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was bound about with a napkin. And Jesus said unto them, loose him and let him go. Loose him and let him go. It reminds me of what the senior pastor told you in that realm,
Yes.
that you do not have a covenant with the dead.
Yes.
All right. Loose her and let her go. And that was a decree that took her back to Lafayette in the hospital, where she entered back into her body, and today she's alive and giving God all the praise. Hallelujah. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 55, O death, where is your sting? And O grave, where is thy victory? There is the sting of death, and there is also the victory of grave. The grave is so proud whenever it swallows up people. But we have seen again in your testimony that God can humiliate the pride of the grave. and bring someone who, as it were, had been certified dead, and today you are alive. And we are happy for you. We are happy that God had given you a second chance.
Yes,
All right. So people, please, if you are connected, this is still Testifier's time, and we'll have with us talking is Becky Teye, whom God brought back from the realm of the dead. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this time with more details.
Have you heard about it? Have you experienced it? Have you felt the presence of God? Have you seen the move of God?
It can't bend like that.
Take that step towards destiny transformation.
If you are feeling stagnated anywhere you are, you're not experiencing change.
This is a place for you to be.
God is here.
I felt it. This is my second time. I'll keep coming.
If you have never visited Dunamis International, you are missing a lot.
Worship with us this Sunday at the Glory Dome, Dunamis International Gospel Center, Airport Road, Abuja, Nigeria.
Come to Dunamis and hear the word of God. There's no way you worship here and there won't be a turnaround in your life.
I can testify of his wonders. I can testify of his mercies. I can testify of his blessings in abundance.
If you're still looking for where to find Christ, I tell you, Dunamis is a place to be.
Invite someone.
You can come here and go back the same. There's no dull moment. That's just the word.
That issue has just been settled.